So, hello everyone. I am Sarah Marie Paul. I am a wellness educator with Young Living. I'm a brand partner with Young Living, and I am super excited to be here. I have been using Young Living products for about 4 years now. This month is actually my 4 month anniversary with Young Living as a company, as just a loyal customer, and then also as a brand partner as well. And I just feel so blessed because I've learned so much from the men and women in this community, and I love just popping onto these calls every Monday evening. Either myself or Sarah Stutzman, who's on here as well, we take turns kind of going back and forth, sharing about something that really just we're very passionate about. And CBD is one of those things for me. I have been using our CBD for about 2 years since it came out at convention 2 years ago. So I'm going to share that a little bit of that personal testimony with you because I was there when it was released. I had the benefit of interviewing the scientists that were right there, which was incredible because I remember when they announced that they released it, I sat there with my notepad and I just started taking question after question after question after question after question and notes. And then I literally just ran and tried to find all the all the CBT scientists literally with white lab coats on, and I just kind of cornered them, and they were so sweet and they helped to answer all my questions. So that's really where I started gaining my knowledge about our CBD specifically in comparison to other CBDs that are out there. So I am going to do my best job this evening of talking to you really about the benefits of CBD, how CBD works. I'm going to talk to you about the differences in different CBDs because I know that there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes around CBD. Are they all the same? No, absolutely not. So we're going to talk about that. And we're gonna, talk about some usage as well. I'm gonna share with you my personal testimonies and how I've used it, how my husband has used it, how I've even used it with my 5-year-old son. So I'm gonna share those stories with you too. And if you have a story to share, you can feel free to share that as well. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat thread. And Sarah is going to be so great to just kind of, read those questions to me to make sure that we don't miss anything there while I have the presentation up as well. I know that many of you said that you were pretty much brand new to CBD, and I think that's wonderful. And even if you've been using it for a little while, I hope that there's something that you're going to learn from tonight's workshop. Um, Before we get started, I have my citrus CBD here, and I am going to use it right now so you can just see how I personally use it. And I like to use this because personal testimony, I have anxiety. When every Monday night before I get on these workshops, my heart beats a little bit, faster. And we've been doing these for a long time, for over a year now, and I've been speaking in front of other people for a very long time, but I still get nervous every single time before I speak because I want to make sure that I add value to you. So here is what I do with the CBD. So for me, I take it, and right here on the dropper, there is the dosage. I have been using it for a while. This is just a 500 milligram strength CBD. So I'm going to pull it all the way up to that 1 milliliter mark. And I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it underneath my tongue. And I'm going to hold it there for about 20 seconds, right underneath my tongue. And then I kind of just swallow it after the fact. And that is how I choose to use the citrus CBD. I think that it's amazing for mood. It's wonderful for all the big emotions, and that is what I do. I typically use this before bed, so this is when I usually use it as well. And I'll share some more personal testimonies with you shortly, but I'm going to get started on the presentation because I know that I am a visual person and I love being able to see all the things. So I'm going to pull that up. I'm also going to make sure that I have anything else closed on here. All right. Okay. So here we go. All right, all things CBD. So this is going to be very Young Living specific, but again, like I told you, I'm going to go over how CBD works, which is not going to be Young Living specific. I'm going to go over a bunch of things about the body systems as well, and benefits too. So let's get right into it. What is CBD? So a common misconception when it comes to CBD is that CBD and marijuana are synonymous. They are not the same thing. So let's talk about how they're different. Marijuana is produced when the hemp plant is grown without the male variety nearby. Okay, so that's going to be just female plants with no male plant nearby. And the resin produced is full of THC, which produces the psychoactive effects that are associated with marijuana. So it's THC that gives the euphoric effects, that gives the high effects from marijuana. Now, CBD is a natural substance from the hemp plant. It's produced when the hemp plant is grown with both the female and the male plants, and the resin produced is full of CBD primarily, and it only has a small trace amounts of THC. Okay, and that is just overall the truth, the difference between marijuana and the difference between CBD. Okay, not specifically our CBD products, but just in a nutshell, that's what makes marijuana and CBD different. Okay. CBD does not have large amounts of THC in it that would give you those psychoactive effects. But if you are just, comparing the two, it still does have trace amounts of THC that are in it. And a little bit of history behind CBD in our country. Okay. So in the early 16th century, hemp came to the US and it was used for so many things. So they were using it to make sails for boats. They were using it for ropes. They were using it for all different types of things. And farmers were fined if a certain percentage of their crop was not hemp. The reason being was because it was seen as an absolutely necessary crop for our country. And if you fast forward to the 1920s, that's when it was deemed a Schedule 1 controlled substance because of a corrupt media war. So this is when in the 20s, they were, what else were they doing in the 20s? What else were they making illegal? Let's think about that, okay? And during this time period, they were saying, that CBD was bad, that hemp products were bad, that it was synonymous with marijuana, that they didn't deem the two separate whatsoever. They deemed them completely the same exact thing. And they said that it had to be illegal. Okay. And this was the truth until, look at this, July of 2018. How crazy is that? That's when it was downgraded from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 5 controlled substance by the FDA. And that was to facilitate the sale of Epidiolex. Do any of you know what Epidiolex is for? Any guesses? What that is used to treat? Yep, it was prohibition in the 1920s. So they just put put CBD right on in there. So what about that medication? What do you think that is used to treat? Because that's going to give you a little clue about something with CBD as well. Any guesses? Yeah, ding, 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 Melissa, epilepsy. So that's when it was downgraded to a Schedule 5 controlled substance. And then just a couple months later, in December of 2018, the Hemp Farming Act was signed, which has stated now that hemp with less than 0.3% THC is no longer a controlled substance and it's no longer illegal in the United States of America. Okay, which is fantastic. Great news for lots of different reasons. Great news for industry. They can go back to doing a lot of different hemp-based products, clothing, my goodness, so many different things with hemp. But this is also a great great news for CBD, okay? Because remember, CBD has just that really trace amount of THC that's in it, as it is just straight from the farm. And we're going to talk about right now about the differences then too. Because I know that some people's questions are, okay, well, if I'm going to use some of these CBD products that Young Living has, or, and I have to take a drug test for work, for instance, is the drug test going to come up and show that I have marijuana in my urine? And I'm going to explain all of those things to you in just a few minutes too. But this is the history. I thought that this was actually really interesting to learn. But let's talk about how this works with your body. Okay, inside your body, you have a system that is called the endocannabinoid system, okay? Also known as the ECS or the EC system. The ECS, your endocannabinoid system, endo means inside your body, you have a cannabinoid system, okay? Endo is inside. And this is linked to your central nervous system and also to your peripheral nervous system to help your body maintain homeostasis. Let's break that sentence right there down. Okay, so this endocannabinoid system is linked to your nervous system. Where is your nervous system within your body? Where are your nerves, my friends? Somebody tell me. Where are they? Yes, all over, right, Chris? All over. Okay, so your nerves, your nervous system literally is everywhere throughout your body, right? Everywhere. This is a very important point right now that I need you to visualize. Okay, visualize your body, visualize your nervous system. Attached to your nervous system is your endocannabinoid system. Okay, all throughout your entire body. This is important for when I get to all the benefits that are coming up a little bit later down the road as well.
Finally.
Sarah, can you just mute on? Thank you. So the whole purpose of that your endocannabinoid system is to help your body come back to homeostasis. What is homeostasis? Homeostasis is balance. Your body being in homeostasis is it being balanced. It is getting out of the fight or flight response, okay? It means that if your body is in homeostasis, it is balanced, it is able to rest, your body is able to heal, you are able to rest, you are able to heal. So if the body gets out of homeostasis, your endocannabinoid system's job is to send out natural endocannabinoids that are made within your body and enzymes to help regulate the body and bring it back once again into homeostasis. Constantly, that is its job. It is constantly trying to bring your body back into homeostasis. For example, if you get too hot, you sweat, okay? That helps to bring your body temperature down. If you get too cold, you shiver. That helps to warm you up. When you get hungry, your stomach growls in hopes that you will feed it, okay? When you get tired, you yawn. It helps with oxidation. CBD primarily interacts with the ECS, making it a highly sought after product through Young Living. But the coolest thing is, okay, there's so many cool things about this, but one amazing thing is that your body is already making these endocannabinoids, already making it. The greatest part is that the greatest part is that your body is able to, if your body isn't making enough of these endocannabinoids, or if your receptor sites are not working properly, it is okay because you can use a plant or a phytocannabinoid like CBD in order to help bring your body back to homeostasis, bring it back to rest. Okay, so that is how a CBD supplement works. It works to either help with production of natural endocannabinoids that are being made by your ECS, or it is to help to make those receptor sites that are all over your nervous system work the way that they are supposed to be working. That is how CBD oil, that is how CBD products actually work. I hope that that's a little bit of a clear explanation for you. Let's bring it back to a little bit of a molecular level. So THC versus CBD. So THC, again, that's the psychoactive compound that's in cannabis. When this compound binds to the CB1 receptors in the brain, it makes you feel high. Okay? CBD does not bind directly to either CB1 or CB2 receptors, but instead impacts them indirectly by modifying the receptor's ability to bind to cannabinoids. Therefore, CBD does not make you feel high. Okay, so those are the two differences there. Something with THC that can give you that high feeling. Something with CBD can still give you the benefits of bringing your body back to homeostasis, however, not going to make you feel high. Terpenes, found in CBD and essential oils, they give plants their aroma and also have positive effects on the body. In our specific CBD products, you will find very, very strategically chosen essential oils in them. Those essential oils are chosen to replace constituents or parts that are, that are found in THC that were removed from our CBD oil, because our CBD oil does not contain any THC in it whatsoever. Instead, what Young Living did was they replaced the THC with essential oils that have similar chemical makeup to THC. So it can give you similar health benefits without giving you that high feeling, and obviously without having any THC in it either. So let me give you some examples. There's different types of the CBD oils. This is what I was talking about before. So number one, no matter what you're choosing, quality is the most important. There are so many companies out there that after 2018, when that law changed, the floodgates kind of opened, and a lot of companies just started, I wouldn't say making things, but all of them aren't even making things. A lot of them are just reselling different products. So you want to make sure to select a company that you know has high standards, does not use any chemicals, and test their product for quality and for purity. The chemical component is really, really important because hemp as a plant is meant to, really soak up what is being used around its environment. So if there are chemicals being used, it is really going to hold on to those pesticides, the chemical usage as well. So it's very important that that you know the quality of the oil that you're using. When it comes to Young Living's, Nature's Ultra CBD oil, it definitely has two different organic certifications. It has an organic handler certification, and it also has a farming certification as well. So you do not have to worry about anything from the farming process, from the extraction process of how they're actually getting the CBD out of that hemp. They're not using any chemicals during that process. They're not using them on the fields, and they're not using them surely, when they're packaging their products either. Then there's the different types of CBD. So there's full spectrum CBD, and that contains all the things, okay? So that's going to contain CBD, that's going to contain the THC, That's going to contain all the, the plant esters, the flavonoids, the terpenes. These are all those constituents that that are just naturally occurring in CBD, and all together in a liquid form to provide the entourage effect. So, what's the entourage effect? The entourage effect is just the notion that, when parts come together, they have a much bigger impact on the body than when those parts are used in isolation. Okay. So when they come together, they become much stronger. They are able to give your health much better effects than if you were to say just to have something like a CBD isolate, which is the next one. A CBD isolate is pure CBD. It has zero THC, which is great if you want a product that has no THC in it, but it also doesn't have any terpenes in it either. And therefore, it loses the entourage effect because it literally is just the CBD that has been extracted from that hemp, and it has nothing else in there. So you get some benefits from CBD, but you lose the entourage effect, which is really going to be the biggest bang for your buck in order to bring your body back to homeostasis. So what did Young Living do? They said, well, we want a CBD product that does not have any THC in it. So we want an isolate, right? However, we need to figure out something else that will work in order to replace everything that we're taking out, in order to replace that THC and all those plant esters, the flavonoids, the terpenes, all those other good parts that we know are really essential in getting that entourage effect. In addition, just those health benefits that they provide. So here's what they did. This is right here where they chose those essential oils that would be the absolute best to pair with their CBD oils to enhance the benefits of the CBD, add additional terpenes, and really, help to give you that entourage effect, bringing your body back to homeostasis, being more impactful, that you're looking for. All right, so that is a lot of information, a whole lot of science. So before I go really, really far into this, let's see if you have questions behind some of that science. Any questions? Let's see. All right, no questions. That was a lot. It was a mouthful. Okay, then I'm going to keep going. If you have questions, let me know. Just put them into the comments. I'm going to share, specifics with some of the products. I'm going to tell you the essential oils that are in them. I'm going to share a couple testimonies. If you have testimonies, please share them as we go over the products as well. And let me know if you have any questions with the way that this works, with the way that CBD works, or any questions that come up. Yes, I will give you a copy of the presentation. It'll be emailed to you so that you have all the information as well, Veronica. No worries whatsoever. Okay. So how do you use it? Well, when it comes to the oils, you're going to want to shake well before use. You're going to want to make sure to store them just like you do with your essential oils, away from heat, away from light, away from humidity, to preserve freshness. A lot of people choose to keep them in the refrigerator. You can put them on topically. You can also use them the way that I just showed you. I use it sublingually. If you are sensitive in nature. So here's a little bit about dosage. The dosage that I showed you, 1 dropper full, is the dosage that is on the bottle. If you're sensitive in nature, start with half the recommended amount and increase it as you read your body and notice how you are feeling. I recommend that if you're new to CBD in general, start with half a dropper, give it a try, and then see how you're feeling and kind of work your way from there. You're going to notice um, in the way that your body feels if you notice a difference or not. And you can always increase it a little bit to 3/4 of a dropper and then to one full dropper. You can use it multiple times a day. CBD is something that you want. It is completely all plant based, all natural. So it's something that's going to kind of come into your body and go out of your body. So it is best to use it, habitually. 3 times a day would be ideal, but morning and evening time works very well for me personally as well. Okay, and this is just some more information. I was telling you all about quality when it comes to CBD. So it is certified organic, it is non GMO. Our farm is located right in Colorado. It is completely seed to seal certified, just like all of our other products through Young Living, which, if you're not familiar with that, that means that it goes through rigorous amounts of testing in order to it for it to be able to get from our farm in order to your hands. Okay, and it is extremely high quality CBD, so it's pure, it is safe, it is legal, and there is 0% THC. Every single one of the bottles has a little QR code on it. You can scan the QR code that's on any of the products, and a little report will come up that is specific to that bottle, and it is a quality report. It will show you exactly how much THC is in the product. It'll show you lots of other information about that specific batch as well. So you don't have to have any fear about any THC being in the products. It's vegan approved, it's gluten free, no animal byproducts used, and there's no animal testing either. So those are just some more things about the quality as well. All right. The Calm Roll On. Okay. This one smells amazing. A lot of people who are a little bit hesitant at first are pretty open to using this roller because they, might have experience with essential oils, or maybe it just feels a little bit better to them, a little bit more comfortable to be able to just roll something on their wrist, roll something on their neck. This smells fantastic. It has eucalyptus, frankincense, lavender orange, vetiver, and ylang ylang oils in it. In addition, it also has CBD. So CBD, this one you can do as a 300 milligram or a 600 milligram roller. And this is really just a relaxing roll on. Okay. So it is great if you just need a little break throughout the day, a little time to kind of rebalance yourself. It helps you to relax. It helps you to quiet your mind. It can help combat stress. It's great for sleep. My goodness, those oils are just amazing. You can roll it on the bottom of your feet. You can put it on your wrist. You can put it right behind your ears. That's a great place for all the oils, for all the emotions as well. Does anyone out there use this? I know I think it smells absolutely fantastic. I use it, and I know this has some of your favorite oils in it, Denise. It made me think of you with some of those bedtime oils too. But just know that these oils were hand picked as well, not just because they smell good, but because they help to also bring on those calming benefits, and they help to replace those terpenes that were taken out when the THC was removed here too. But it smells so good. I use this one. Yeah, Denise loves it. Amanda, thank you so much for sharing that testimony too. We're going to be talking about that citrus CBD in just a minute. I use this for my little guy, the 300 milligram strength. That might be where my roller is right now. I was trying to find it before this workshop, and nobody could tell me where it was. So I think that he might have that actually in his school bag. But I would use this right on his brainstem on nights where well, probably like a night like tonight, because he was having a little bit of trouble going to sleep. He wanted to come out here and tell chicken stories. But So it is wonderful. And like I said, even to be able to use with a child, I love taking this one. He'll roll it on his hands. He'll take a deep breath, do an aromatic breath with it, breathe in through his nose, out through his mouth. I'll put it on the bottom of his feet, do a little massage. It's super, super soothing. Oh my gosh, the joint and muscle balm. Okay, so there were a handful of you ladies who all said that you use this. I would love to hear a little testimony in the comments. Please share. This stuff is amazing. My chiropractor uses this in his office. Oh my gosh, he cannot keep this in stock. He sells it at his practice as well. There is a 300 milligram strength and there is a 600 milligram strength joint and muscle balm. It is infused with camphor, clove, helichrysum, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, and wintergreen essential oils. It is amazing for sore, achy muscles. Um, oh my gosh, I love it for head tension. So when I use this, I take it and I put it right on my temples, and I put it right on my forehead, and I put it at the nape of my neck. And you will feel like that hot and cold sensation. It'll get a little warm, it'll get a little cool, and it will just kind of go to work on your muscles. I love it on my neck, I love it on my shoulders. It is great for muscles, great for head tension, great for, oh my gosh, back stuff going on, all the things. Okay. Yeah. So Sarah said that she uses it when she gets a massage. It's incredible to release muscle tension and helps her brain calm down. Yeah. Isn't it amazing how it does both? So good. Sandra uses it on her knee at night and she loves it. She has her mom using it on her bad shoulder. I know I have so many people who have used this with their parents as well. So, Sandra, thank you so much for sharing that. Melody says that she uses it on her neck for tension at work. She works in the dental field and she's always bent over a patient and it helps with the pain. Yes, I love the way that this feels like right there in your neck. It just kind of helps to loosen things up. It feels so great. And I love that calming effect that it gives to you as well. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is an awesome testimony. Amanda says joint issues, bumps, bruises. Yeah, it's amazing. And it's because CBD can help with that inflammation. It can also help with the pain. And a lot of times, when you hear about the things that CBD can do, because what can it do? Well, CBD is good for, are you ready for a little bit of a laundry list of things? So, CBD can help you with sleep, it can help you with anxiety, it can help with muscle aches, it can help with inflammation, it can help with reproduction and fertility. It can help with, oh my gosh, digestion. It can help with so many different things. And when you hear that, at least what I heard at first, I was like, what the heck? This is like a miracle, a quote unquote miracle, plant. I don't even understand it. How can one thing do that many things? And when you bring it back to, remember what I wanted you to like imprint that picture of your nervous system and think about your nervous system. Think about how the endocannabinoid system is linked to your nervous system. So, literally, wherever you have nerves throughout your body, right, is where this endocannabinoid system is. So, it can travel, CBD can travel to help all of those different parts of your body. So, it can go all throughout your entire body to help to give it benefits, to bring it life, to bring it rest, to bring it that homeostasis, which is how the healing can occur, which is why it's good for so many different things. Now, for the oils, the question that I always get is, well, what's the best one to use for what's going on in my life? Okay. Now, remember, each of these CBD oils doesn't matter if it's the mint, if it's the citrus, or the cinnamon. I'm going to go over a couple different benefits of each, but they all have CBD in them. So they all have either 500 milligram or 1,000 milligram of CBD, which means that CBD itself is going to be able to help you with all those things. So it's going to be able to help you with sleep. Is it going to make me sleepy? That's another question that I have. Okay, well, if it helps me with sleep and I take it in the morning time, is it going to make me drowsy? Is it going to make me fall asleep? No. The reason that it actually helps you with sleep is because CBD's whole function is to bring your body back to homeostasis. Okay. So at nighttime, if you are stuck in the fight or flight response and you're feeling anxious, okay, which if you suffer with anxiety or if you suffer with sleeplessness, um, you know that feeling like your heart is racing, your mind is racing, you're having a hard time just kind of settling down. Then at nighttime, homeostasis is just literally rest. So it's going to help you maybe, your mind not be quite as active. It's going to help you be able to take some deep breaths. It's going to help you calm your body physically. And yes, it will help you fall asleep because it's going to help your body get back to that homeostasis, which will be rest. But during the morning time, I don't take it and want to be drowsy, and I don't take CBD and want to fall asleep in the morning time. I am taking it because, well, for a whole bunch of different reasons. Maybe it's just to help with digestion. Or for me, it's going to be just to help with overall mood and my outlook and my personal anxiety. So I'll take it in the morning time. And it's not that my body needs to go to sleep, it's just that my body needs to be able to focus a little bit more. I take it, it just helps my body get to that homeostasis, get to that spot where I can focus on a task at hand and I don't have to be in that heightened state of awareness throughout my day. Because fight or flight is supposed to be reserved for when we are in, dire, dangerous situations. But due to the way that our lifestyles are, due to the way that our world is, um, many people find themselves in that feeling, that fight or flight, stuck in that fight or flight response um, for a greater portion of their day. So this is just a tool in your toolbox to be able to help your body kind of rest, have your mind be at ease. Okay. So the Cool Mint CBD, it's infused with Young Living spearmint and also peppermint oils. And those oils are really great for digestion in general. I'll let you know that. They are great for digestion. The taste is fantastic. You can use this under your tongue. You can also just use this topically on your body, and it can help to support you throughout your day. But it can help you in all the other ways as well that we talked about. But those oils are great for digestion. They're also really great for muscle aches, pains, and tension. Citrus CBD. This is my personal favorite. It has grapefruit and orange essential oils in it, and they call it an energizing combination. I have used this and I do use this right before bed. So it does not keep me awake. Like I said, you just always have to kind of bring it back to it's giving your body what it needs. If at nighttime you need help falling asleep, that's what it's going to give your body. And if during the daytime you need help, like I said, with focus or just kind of, starting your day off on the right foot with some anxiety and mood, support, then that's how it's going to help you. I always recommend the citrus one to help with those anxious feelings. And then the cinnamon CBD. So this has cinnamon essential oil. A little added benefit is that this can also help to support healthy blood sugar levels. It says that it'll give you a boost during your daily activities, but you could also use this one before bedtime as well. You can use any of them interchangeably any time of the day. It's really based on your personal preference. And how, the best way to order these products. So there's a couple different ways. If you are not a Young Living member, you can order a premium starter kit. So you could get a CBD kit that has the calm roller, it has the muscle rub, it has the citrus CBD in it, and it comes in a kit like this. It is really a huge bargain. These are not available to current members, or else I would be ordering one like once every other month myself. But it is a super discounted price at just 165 for the regular strength, or 250 for the extra strength. Okay, extra strength meaning the 1,000 milligram strength citrus CBD, the 600 milligram strength muscle rub, and the 600 milligram strength calm CBD roller. That's what comes in that as well. If you are a member, you can also share your referral code. You can, get maybe like a spouse account, and you can order a CBD kit through them, or you could share with a friend, family member, thing like that as well. And if not, then you can get all these products on Essential Rewards. That's how I get my CBD when I order it. I order the citrus one monthly personally. And that way you get discounted shipping. You also earn points to use on future orders, loyalty gifts, all the things like that too. So that's really the best way to order if you are a member. Some of that language is going to be changing at the end of this month, and it's going to be more of a subscribe to save situation. But don't worry about any of that, because you're still going to be able to earn all of your points. And we will be having some more information actually later this month. We are going to be doing a workshop that's going to be all about that on the last Monday of this month. And I just want to say thank you. So I want to know what questions you have based on all that information. Was I able to answer questions that you came here? I know that it's a lot of information. It's a lot of science. It's a lot of different ways that you can use one product. So let me know, what questions do you have? All right, what's one thing that you learned this evening? Let me know what you learned tonight. Yes, for menstrual cramps. So yes, this can absolutely help with that. Thank you. I knew I had your question written down right over here on my notes too. So you could absolutely use like the muscle rub. I have used that so many times on my abdomen. I've used it on my back. It has been really great for that. You could use it definitely to help just kind of balance your body system out too. I'm not going to say that you're going to notice like a black and white difference if you're using an oil like the tinctures like these, but with the muscle rub, you could definitely use that on your abdomen, and you could also use it on your back, definitely. And branch out on the different flavors. Yes. So Lori, you could absolutely use it for joint pain where there's little cartilage present. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And I will repeat about the SKU and the product info as well. So on every single bottle, now that you guys can see me too, on every bottle, okay, there is a little QR code that's here. You can scan that with your phone, just like you could with any QR code. And then what's going to happen is all of the information about this specific batch of oil. I'm just pulling it up right now. Is going to come up on here. So it's going to come up. Here's all the lab results. View the lab results. All right. Let's see if this will come up. Can you see that a little bit? A little bit. Yeah. Okay, so the lab test results come up for that specific oil, and I'll read them to you. But here they are, lab results. So it has the product number, it has the batch number, It says 0.0% THC, pass, no solvents, pass, no pesticides, pass, no heavy metals, pass. And then it goes on to just to kind of explain their testing as well. But that is for every single product. You can scan it, and then the results pop up on your phone so that you can take a look at all of the different lab results that are here as well, so that you can see exactly like this specific batch, the batch number matches up to the one that's right on the bottle, so that you can see that it passes all of those the standards for testing as well. Yeah, you're welcome. I know, I thought that was so cool. All right, I'm going to share one story about my husband using CBD for the first time. And then if you have any other questions, just pop them in, and then I'm going to bid you adieu for tonight. So the citrus CBD, the first time that I had my husband use this, because his thing is that he can fall asleep no problem, and then he will wake up in the middle of the night and he will not be able to fall back to sleep. Anybody else ever feel that way? That is totally him. For me, I'm the opposite. I have a hard time falling asleep. Um, and then once I'm out, I'm good to go. But he will wake up in the middle of the night. His brain will just kind of keep going and going and going on a loop, and he can't fall back to sleep. So I told him, I said, you gotta try this. Why not? Like, we've been trying all these other things. Some of them work well for a little while. And, you know, I don't know, you've been up a couple, like for a while now, is what I was telling him, because I would find him like on the sofa. I would find him in the basement, just kind of sleeping other places because he didn't want to wake me up. And he would just end up working in the middle of the night. So I had him try the citrus CBD. He tried it before bed. He took a full dropper full, and he actually just put it in his water. I guess I didn't exactly tell him how to use it. So he put the whole dropper in his water, and then he just drank it like that. He went to sleep. That was on a Friday night. And the next morning, I woke up. I went downstairs. I was with my son and our dog. He was a puppy at the time, and they were loud. They're like running around, acting crazy. I'm up for an hour. I'm up for another hour. I'm up for like almost 3 hours, and he's still upstairs. And I'm like, what is happening? So I like went upstairs. I opened up our bedroom door. I went in. I'm like, Steve. And he was like, ah. I'm like, are you okay? Are you sick? Like, what's going on? He's like, oh my gosh, no, like that was the best night of sleep I ever had in my life. And I was like, that is amazing. Like, you slept all night long and you're still asleep. And he's like, yeah, it felt incredible. And I was like, okay, that's wonderful. Like, you have got to do that again. So the day went by, we went to go to sleep, and I was like, okay, did you take the CBD oil? And he's like, I don't know. Should I take it? And I said, yes, you just said you had the best night of sleep that you ever had in your entire life. And he was like, yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't sleep that well. And I'm like, no, that is what sleep feels like. Like, yes, you should sleep that well. So now he does, he takes it, he sleeps very well. He doesn't always sleep like 3 hours past me. That was, I think, him just kind of catching up for lost time, but worked really, really well for him. So I just want to, share that story with you in hopes that maybe it can help someone too. Lori, great question. Interactions between CBD and prescription medications. So there can be. For instance, I know blood thinners. You definitely want to talk to your doctor if you're on a blood thinner before taking any CBD products. It doesn't mean that it's a non-negotiable, but there can be some interactions. And also, definitely with the citrus CBD, because it has the grapefruit in it. If you were on like a cholesterol medication, you just want to be mindful of that. But before you're starting any type of new supplement, you're supposed to be talking to a doctor before that as well, if you're on other prescription medications. But those are the biggies right off the bat. All right. Any other questions? Okay. Sarah, are you still on here? maybe she popped off. Okay. I have to get a link for all of you as well. So Denise, are you here? Can you just share a testimony real quick while I just pull up a link to share?
Okay.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
CBD, right?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I use the CBD under my tongue. I use it in when I remember. I do forget a lot of times in the morning to take it, but I always remember to take it at night because I have it in the refrigerator right next to my probiotic. Um, and I always take that like right before I go to bed. And then I'll take my probiotic, I'll put the tincture under my tongue. It really, really helps me. It's helped with my overall pain in my body. I've noticed a big difference, especially if I remember to take it 2 times a day. Um, and I do have the calm roller with next to my bed, and sometimes I have those racing thoughts, and vetiver is in the calm roller. Vetiver is awesome for racing thoughts. So even if you have that oil and you just use that, like with cedar wood and lavender, that's really great too for sleep. But the calm roller is especially good for really calming you down, to get you ready for sleep. Or if you're having a lot of anxiety, take it with you and use it when you're out and about. And right now, the world we're living in, we can we get a lot of anxiety, I would say. So, yeah. The muscle rub, we have gotten that on and off. My husband really likes the oil combination I make in coconut oil for his neuropathy. So that's what he uses it for. And I use Panaway and Copaiba wintergreen for my joint pain too. So, but we like to have it on hand. We are out of it right now, but so it's just a great way to try all those oils with the kit. Is a great way to try it because the discount is really good. It's really good.
Thank you so much, Denise, for sharing all that too. I know that you use all the things, so I appreciate that. I just put the Google form in the comments, so you can click there. I'll also put it in the Facebook group as well, but I know that everyone's not on there. So if you just click on there, give me your feedback, then I will send the presentation from this evening. In addition, I have a really great handout as well that just kind of summarizes what was discussed tonight. You can feel free to use that personally. You can also print it out and share it with a friend as well. And I will have the replay that will be in the email given to you as well. So all of that information will be sent to you. I send that information out on Wednesdays, so you can be on the lookout for that. And other than that, I have next week's class is going to be all about natural weight management. That is going to be coming up on next Monday. So I will send out that information in the email so that you have that. While I have you, the call on the 19th is going to be an introduction to aroma freedom technique, which is all going to be about healing from past traumas. And then on the 26th, it is the new look of Young Living, which is going to explain some of the changes, the exciting changes that are coming up with our company. So if there are no other questions, I am finishing right on time. So please take a moment to fill out that form. Contact me with any questions that you have, and I hope that all of you have a great evening.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Take care.